Hello, everybody, and welcome to another bonus episode of the Coffee House Podcast. We have, as I said, a string of different interviews coming in. Today, I am joined by Mrs. Melissa Allen. If you'd like to tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Hey everyone, my name is Melissa Allen, and I am a teacher at Haverhill High School. I've taught theater here this will be my third year, 4 years total, and I'm super excited to be here.
So thank you for agreeing to do this. So Mrs. Allen, because she's my teacher too, she is the director of the upcoming, she's been the director of all the musicals here, and she's also the director for the upcoming musical Honk. It is, since, everything went down last year, it is the first live, with a live audience, bring your own seating performance. So if you live in the Haverhill, Massachusetts area and you want to check it out, you can on various social media platforms that will be in the description. But with this show, Honk, where did the idea for the show come from?
Well, Honk has been a show that I've loved since I was a teenager, and the first time I saw it, my sister she's a flautist, and she was playing in the pit band, so I went and I saw her play in the pit band, and so that's when I first saw the show, but I have loved it for a long time. I love the story, I love the music. I think it's a beautifully written show. I like how fun it is to play with personifying animals, and just how creative and playful the show is. It creates a really interesting, different world for all of the actors to inhabit. And I like the universality of the story and how it can become a story that's relevant to a lot of different people at different moments in their lives.
And so with this being the first, live performance since the shutdown last year, what kind of precautions or accommodations are being made to kind of combat that?
Yeah, so we are following the DESE guidelines for theatrical performance, which are to have the performance outside, first of all, because we want our audience to obviously be as safe as possible. So we'll have a socially distant audience. It will be an outdoor performance. We are keeping our performers masked and socially distant as much as possible. But we've been focused on following the DESE guidelines, and I believe they get those from the CDC. So whatever they recommend, we are following those recommendations.
Awesome. And if, God forbid, next year there's a need to have a limited audience, would you consider this, as a viable option continuing on?
I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. It's hard to say because we live in a very unpredictable time. So if we're still here in a year, we will make it work. But even if you think about last spring, we were at the point of doing a completely virtual show with nothing in person. So I'm seeing things evolve. Yeah. And I'm not necessarily going to say we aren't going to do something. We're just going to take in stride whatever is the safest thing to do to keep everybody safe and to continue to make theater.
Nice. And from your 3 years directing here at Haverhill High School, do you have a favorite moment from a show that you've worked on? Whether it be like favorite song, dance, any kind of moment?
Each show has such a unique... Whenever you do a show, as I'm sure you can relate to because you've done several that I know of with me and then outside of school, it's so unique, and this is something I say every opening night, but you're never going to be in the same place with this group of people and this audience on this stage. You might do this show again another time, but life isn't going to be the same. So, I mean, when I think about a show, I think about like what was happening in life at the time. So it's hard to compare. I would say from each show that I've done, there has been a really special moment. But I mean, some highlights for me include Mary Poppins, when everybody had their little light sticks out and they were singing, "If you reach for the stars, all you'll get are the stars, but we have a whole new spin. If you reach for the heavens, you'll get the stars thrown in." And it was just kind of magical. Everybody was singing, and like the whole auditorium was kind of engaged in it. But then if you think about a show like Footloose that we did last, year before last year.
Last year's a blur.
Last year is a blur. I don't know what happened last year. But if you think about Footloose, which had this totally different kind of energy to it, it was really fun. At the finale, you have like everybody coming back on stage, and we had confetti cannons and like lights and prom, blue tuxes, and that was just such a fun, high energy moment that like was magical in its own way. So I think each show has given me a really fun, memorable moment.
And as you are a director, is there any how do you deal with performers that are like strong in one aspect, say singing or dancing, and then like they have potential in other but maybe need a little bit of improvement? How do you kind of work with that?
Well, I would say I work with high schoolers, so chances are everybody has an area that they are working on. I mean, and you probably, if you talk to a Broadway performer, they would say the same thing. They're either taking acting lessons, or they're taking dance lessons, or they're working with a vocal coach. Everybody is in constant need of honing their craft. So whether that's me getting somebody in high school honing their craft, or somebody who's 55 and has done a million Broadway shows and they're honing their craft, I think it's just about seeing somebody where they are and seeing how you can help them do their best to move forward a little bit. It's really about progress over perfection.
I like that. Progress over perfection. I like that. That's very poetic right there. And is there anything that you'd sort of like to say to any sort of aspiring directors, performers, theater teachers for that matter, since you are one? Anything that you want to kind of advise onto them?
So somebody who wants to like work in a school and direct plays and okay. I would say it's a demanding job but a really rewarding job. So, be flexible, be adaptive, be willing to take creative risks. And I think more than anything, theater is about community. I mean, that's what we create every night for our audiences, is we've created a world, we've created a community of people watching a show. So be looking for ways to create a sense of community within your cast and your program.
And if there's anything you'd like to say about where people can find information on Honk, if they want to see it, or a way that they can even financially provide anything if they want to.
So tickets are going to go on sale Monday. I believe it's April 26th. So that'll be posted to our school website and to our social media, which is Facebook at Haverhill Drama Club. Instagram is at Hilly's Theater, and I think that's our main. I do think we have a Twitter, but I don't think we use it very often. No shade to the Twitter. And all of our tickets are available online. The platform is called ticketstage.com/T/HaverhillHS.
Okay. And if somebody, say, can't see the show but wants to support, would they still be able to theoretically buy a ticket to support?
Yeah, if they actually, there's a spot where you can make a donation if you'd like to on our ticketing website. So you don't even have to purchase a ticket. You can just say, make a donation.
Awesome. Okay. So I'll have, for those listening, if you're watching on YouTube, all that information will be in the description. If you're watching on Spotify or anything else, it should also be there. You just can't click the link and it'll send you there. But you can also reach out to us on social media and we can send you all the information on that. Quick interview. So I want to thank you for, again, agreeing to do this. This is nice seeing, different perspective on a lot of things, because we've talked to my other director in Exeter, and, it's nice seeing the different perspectives on, how you hone your craft and how you do your work. So I want to thank you. It's very nice of you.
Thank you for having me, Nick, and thanks for thinking of me.
Of course. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and that you'll come again to the coffee house soon. Bye-bye.